My name is Eric Tucker, and I cover the FBI, Justice Department, and National Security for the Associated Press in Washington. Former President Donald Trump faces 4 separate criminal prosecutions as he seeks to reclaim the White House in 2024. One of the most interesting cases is unfolding in Florida, where he is charged with dozens of felony counts that accuse him of illegally hoarding classified documents that he took with him to his Palm Beach estate, Mar-a-Lago, after he left the White House. An interesting dynamic to unfold there is that although prosecutors have laid out significant and detailed evidence, both in terms of the retention of documents and alleged obstruction, this case is actually going to be unfolding in a courthouse where the demographics could be favorable to the former president. This case is going to take place, unless it's moved, in a courthouse in Fort Pierce, Florida. That is a courthouse that falls within the Southern District of Florida, but unlike in other parts of that district, namely Miami, this is a district that pulls from 5 counties that all went in favor of Donald Trump in the 2020 election. And so as both sides think about how to select a jury that is going to be most favorable to their arguments, those demographics are going to be top of mind to both defense lawyers and prosecutors. One caveat is that jurors, by and large, take their jobs very seriously, and we do have evidence that many jurors are, of course, able to set aside whatever biases or political viewpoints they might bring into cases. Here in the District of Columbia, which is a very heavily Democratic area, in a courthouse that sits just blocks from the U.S. Capitol building that pro-Trump rioters stormed, we've seen individual conspirators from that day actually acquitted of seditious conspiracy, which would be surprising if a juror were basing their decision solely on their political leaning or their memories of that day. And so that does suggest that jurors are indeed capable of listening to prosecutors and listening to defense lawyers and making decisions based on what they hear in the courtroom, which is what they're supposed to do. And so that is a giant caveat against the idea of using jurors' individual backgrounds or predispositions or beliefs to assume what they're going to decide once they get into that room.